Hi, my name is Antonia, and welcome to my presentation on my parents' coffee shop, Old George Coffee. Every business, whether it's big or small, goes through the 4 stages of business growth, which are startup, growth, maturity, and decline. Old George Coffee is in the growth stage because they don't have many competitors. They only have 1 store. They have very few products, and they hardly have any advertising. Their target market includes people who go to work early, since they open at 6:30 in the morning, people who work near Parliament because they are near the Reserve Bank, and people who like fast service. They work quickly and they don't have many seats, making it ideal for people who like fast service. This means Old George Coffee's target market is geographically selected as being people who work in the parliamentary area of Wellington. Their unique selling point is that they have fast service compared to other coffee shops in the parliamentary area. Tony Gibbs has been roasting coffee beans since 1987, when he was trained by George Kepper, an Australian-based Russian who consulted several of the big roasting companies in Sydney. The Espresso Italia blend was perfected by Gibbs on visits to Kepper in Sydney and has not been altered since 1987. This blend is the only blend used in the coffee machine, but customers can buy beans which can be ground for use at home. All of the beans are supplied by John Burton, except the Royal Thai beans, which are picked by close relatives in northern Thailand. Murray Lloyd, a photography blogger, said, "Although his tiny cafe on the terrace has been operating since 2001, it has been unnoticed up until now. Maybe this is because the sign overhead remains blank, and the cafe doesn't even have a name. The lack of a sign made no difference to the flow of people coming in and out of the cafe while I was photographing, most of them exchanging greetings with Tony Gibbs while he roasted coffee beans. The beans are roasted in a fully restored Org Olsen originating in Denmark. Old George Coffee sells its products both online and in-store, but mainly in its small coffee shop situated next to the Reserve Bank. Old George Coffee is located near Parliament to attract the people who work for the government. He has set up his shop near competitors, even though there are around 10 coffee shops on the terrace and many more on Lambton Quay. Setting up shop near competitors wasn't a problem, because they open each morning about half an hour to an hour earlier than their close competitors, meaning they have an advantage to sell to customers who start work early in the morning, which is in fact when we have one of our 2 rush hour periods daily. The price for their coffee ranges from $4 to $5.30 for a standard coffee without alternative milk or extras. All their regular sized black coffees are $4 each. All of their regular sized white coffees are $4.80, except their mochachinos, which are $5.30 each, and piccolos, which are $4 each. For their coffee beans, 250-gram bags are $12.50 each. 500-gram bags are $25 each, and 1 kilo bags are $50 each per bag. They also sell other drinks like tea, which is $4 per cup. Hot chocolates and chai lattes are both priced at $4.80, the same as your regular sized white coffee. Their cookies and flapjacks are made in store and they are $2 each. An extra shot is added onto the coffee by 50 cents. If you wanted a medium coffee, you would add 20 cents. If you wanted a large coffee, you would add 50 cents. If you wanted to add any non-dairy milk instead of ordinary milk, such as soy milk, almond milk, oat milk, or coconut milk, would be 50 cents extra. Old George Coffee promotes its business by roasting its beans in the store, which helps to attract customers to the coffee shop. They also rely on their regular customers, such as people who work as politicians, people who work at the Reserve Bank, and people who work at Treasury, to help spread the word about their business. They make this happen by knowing their coffee orders as soon as they walk in the door, taking them often, and learning more about their personal lives. This way, the customers are inclined to come back to the coffee shop and are also likely to let their colleagues and family who drink coffee know as well. Another way they promote their business is through their website and their social media, which includes Facebook and Instagram. Old George Coffee has prepaid cards where you pay for 10 in advance and you get 11 coffees in total for each card. These cards are really popular at the moment and lots of customers are using them. I tried to figure out the break-even point for Old George Coffee, although since we didn't have the right numbers, I couldn't really figure the break-even point out. A fun fact about the two photos shown in my intro is that they both are photos of me and my dad roasting coffee together. The first photo on the left is a photo of me and my dad when I was about 5 years old. And the second picture on the right is a photo of me and my dad when I am 15. Here on the product page, we have 3 photos. The first photo on the bottom left, we have a picture of 4 coffee bean bags which have just been packed. The picture above it, which is slightly to the right, is a picture of coffees with a loyalty card underneath. In the third photo on the bottom right hand side of the page, you can see that we have Espresso Italia, our blend of coffee is sitting there, along with our single origins, which we display in front of the customers. On the place slide, we have on the left hand side a photo of the inside of the shop, and where the person taking the photo is standing is by the door. And this is what you see when you just walk inside. The picture on the right is the outside of the shop, and as you can see inside the window is the coffee roaster where my dad, Tony Gibbs, roasts coffee nearly every single day. At the same roaster, my dad roasts both the single origin and the blends that he sells to customers. On the price slide, we can see 2 photos. The first photo in the left-hand side is of beans being roasted and are currently in the cooling stage of roasting. On the second picture, In the bottom right-hand side of the page, we can see green beans currently in my dad's hand, which he gets straight from sacks, which are sent over by John Burton. Whereas the prices in the middle of the page are the main ones mentioned in the same slide. On the promotion slide, on the left-hand side, we see the picture as being my dad currently roasting coffee. At this point in time, while this photo is being taken, my dad, Tony Gibbs, is currently checking to see what color the beans are, so he knows what he needs to do next. On the right-hand side, we can see another loyalty card, which in the middle, which is quite large, is the Old George logo. On the bottom of the page, we can see lots of writing. On the left-hand side, we can see what the business is about, which is roastery and espresso bar. Underneath that, we have the coffee shop's address. On the right-hand side, we can see the social media of Old George Coffee, the telephone number for the shop, the email address, and the website for the shop. Thank you for watching.